In the bustling yet stressful Magic City, you have been working hard for a full 4 years. In the past 4 years, to prove to everyone that he is not a useless loser. You have tasted all the bittersweet moments of life. You once rushed through wind and rain to deliver food. He also quietly hammered screws in the factory, all just to make his life a little better. Able to establish a foothold in this city. One day you were exhausted, scrolling through your phone. Suddenly, a strange message popped up on the screen. Ding detected. Host's financial luck value is skyrocketing. Match to the 1 element system per second. After binding, you will earn 1 yuan per second. The price is only 3 dog heads, whether it's bound or not. You stare at your phone screen. He couldn't help but sneer. He thought that posting a comment would bind him to the system. Isn't this just a scam? However, I don't know why, but your finger, as if possessed, typed 3 dog head emojis on the screen. Ding, binding is successful. The 1 yuan earnings per second have been activated. Almost the moment you send an emoji, suddenly the phone vibrated violently. Immediately after, a series of bank card arrival reminders popped up one after another. 1 yuan, 1 yuan, monarchy. Damn, it's really fake. This is practically comparable to Neza versus Avatar. Detective Tang's capture of Balchong is just as outrageous. Your eyes widen. The mouth is wide open. His face was full of disbelief. The next moment, a deep blue light screen suddenly appeared before you. It clearly shows a primary wealth of 0 to 1 million. Wealth is 0 yuan, earning 1 yuan per second. You were so shocked you couldn't speak. The brain is running fast. He calculated frantically. 1 yuan per second. That 1 minute is 60 yuan. That's 3,600 yuan per hour. In one day he earned 86,400 yuan. Doesn't that add up to over 30 million yuan in a year? Oh my god. Just 1 day's profit. It was comparable to the hard work he had put in over the past year. Moreover, if you spend over 1 million yuan you can upgrade further. By then, the profit per second might be 1,000 yuan. Even 10,000 yuan. Whatever, meow. In short, Laozi's life was finally about to turn things around. You clench your fist excitedly. My heart was full of anticipation. At that moment, you suddenly remember that those system novels seem to come with newbie gift packs. Just as I thought about it, the notification in his mind sounded again. How could a host with a 1 element system per second be subordinate to others? Resign from a newbie quest. Please complete your resignation by 6 p.m. tomorrow. After completing the task, the newbie gift pack is rewarded with just resignation. It's not simple. Go as soon as you wake up tomorrow. You are excited. I think this task is a piece of cake. Afterwards, she drifted off to sleep, filled with beautiful hopes for the future. The next morning, suddenly, the urgent ringing of the phone rang. You answered the phone in a daze. An angry voice came from the other end of the line. My good brother, look at what time it is now. Do you even want to keep this job? You instantly bounced up from the bed. While frantically searching for the yellow battle uniform he wore while delivering food, he said anxiously, Viagra, I'm getting up right away. You give me some time. I'm sure I'll be there on time. Hurry up and get it done. Otherwise, I'll deduct your perfect attendance for the month. Also, don't call me Viagra anymore. I beg you. The person on the other end shouted impatiently. Knowing Viagra, you stubbornly drink. Halfway through putting on the clothes, suddenly he remembered what happened last night. The movements of his hands instantly stopped. I'm laughing at it. The monkey's genes are ingrained in his bones. So you hurriedly summoned the system panel. Primary wealth, 1 million in wealth, 36,052 yuan with withdrawal. He saw the glaring 36,000 yuan on the panel. Your mouth corner is harder to press than an AK. You rubbed your hands excitedly. Then he silently muttered in his mind to extract everything. The next second, your phone immediately receives a message. A China Construction Bank savings card ending in 9527 under the elf's name. Income was 36,052 yuan. The current balance is 124,480 yuan. Looking at the text messages on his phone, you can no longer suppress the excitement in your heart. It's all true. It's not a dream. He recalled the newly posted mission from last night. For the newbie gift pack, you were absolutely excited. Then, you take away the few clothes you have left. Pick out the coolest sportswear and put it on. He grabbed that yellow battle robe and stepped out the door. I hopped on my beloved little electric scooter and headed toward the station. By the time you arrive at the station, it's already 11 o'clock. Now is the official peak for ordering takeout. There was almost no one at the station. As soon as you walk in, you see the station manager busy at his computer. Viagra, here I come. Then you plop down next to the station master. My ancestors, what are you doing today? What time is it now? You dropped your phone in the latrine. The man shot you a glare, annoyed. When they see you dressed in sportswear, A flicker of error passed through his eyes. If I'd known you were on their site, you'd be known as a workaholic. He basically never took a day off every month, all just to get that extra 300 yuan from the perfect attendance bonus. Why is the sun rising in the west today? But he didn't think much of it. He directly asked if you were wearing this outfit. Are you not planning to go to work today? You said in shock. Viagra, I'm ready to resign. For the station chief in front of him. You are truly grateful from the bottom of your heart. Back then, he knew you had just started working not long ago. This helps you find an affordable home. He also provides hands-on guidance at work. It also shares various tips and experiences for delivering food. With his personal support, you quickly establish yourself at the site. So when I heard you say you wanted to resign, the webmaster thought you were joking. She reached out and touched your forehead, teasing her. This is not a fever either. How could you still talk nonsense? Viagra, I'm really not joking. The man looked on in confusion. You know, you were chatting just yesterday. You act all cocky. He said he wanted to win this month's Alchemy King. How could something happen overnight? He asked tentatively. You really did find a good job. You smiled slightly. No, I just miss home. Last night my mom called me. Thinking about it, I've been out for over 4 years. It's time to go home and take a look. Then even if you go home, you won't need words. Halfway through the sentence, the man seemed to understand something. He said no more. Okay. Judging by your attitude, you seem ready to resign today. Yes. Sorry to trouble you, brother. The man nodded. I'll let Sister Zhang know in a bit. Have her calculate your salary. Could be credited to your account by the afternoon at the latest. You quietly stand up. He bowed to the station chief. Brother Wei, thank you for taking care of me these past few years. The man patted your shoulder upon hearing this. You're not young anymore. Remember to find a partner after returning home. Don't forget to call me when you get married. Don't worry. I will never forget, Brother Wei. Still thinking about your big red envelope. Roll on. You sure have a pretty dreamy idea. The two chatted and laughed. He walked toward the door. We must step out of the battlefield. The system's notification sound echoed in your mind. Ding, congratulations to the host for completing the newbie task. Whether to unlock the newbie gift pack. He suppressed his excitement. Then she turned to look at the man. Brother Wei, call Mouse tonight. Let's have a farewell meal together. I'm treating. Vigo also wasn't fully conscious. When the time comes, set the location and send it to me. I took Mouse and the others along. They exchanged a few more pleasantries. So he got on his little electric scooter, slowly driving into the street. As soon as I returned to the rental, you immediately had the system open the newbie gift pack. A mechanical voice echoed in his mind. The newbie gift package is open. Congratulations to the host for winning Seaview number 1720 SQM Duplex River View Apartment. Aston Martin DBX 7071 units. You were completely stunned. It's not that Brother Tongzi started off with such a big move. Keep in mind that's Seaview number 1. Located in the core area of Lujiazui CBD. A top-tier luxury home costing several $100,000 per square meter. This kind of luxury home was more affordable for me, a little Kalami. You silently calculated in your mind. The market value of this house is at least 200 million yuan. Boy, those were 2 small goals. Put it in the past. Even if you didn't eat, drink, or sleep, you might never earn a single fraction in your lifetime. After the excitement, you are ready to follow the prompts given by the system in your mind. Go to the property management to handle the handover procedures. As for that Aston Martin, right now it's quietly parked in the parking spot of your mansion. Just thinking about luxury homes and cars, you stare at the freedom in the mirror, pulling him free. I think I should get a haircut first. He originally had a face that was about 80% good-looking. It has been cut down to the level of Paris. He immediately went downstairs and got on his little electric scooter. We arrived at a more famous hairstylist. Just as he walked in, a young girl quickly came up to greet him. Hello, sir. May I ask if you do styling or washing your hair and get a massage? Your gaze swept around. He spoke up. What value does styling have? We have 588,888 here. There are 4 price options. 1288 and 1888. Next, the girl introduced the differences in various price points. He pondered for a moment. You said, came from 1888. Hearing this, the girl's face bloomed with a smile. All right, sir. Please wash your hair and massage it first. You followed her to lie on the hair-washing bed in the private room. At first, you might think it's just a simple hair wash. Unexpectedly, the little girl started giving you a massage right away. He massaged everything from his legs to his hands and even his head. The girls here are all very young. He looked about 23 or 24 years old. Each one is well sculpted. She was dressed very refreshingly. You get bumped by the ball from time to time. It made them feel a bit embarrassed. The massage lasted about an hour before I saw your hairstylist. Handsome. I am Kevin, the chief designer at Alpha. I'm not really sure what kind of look you want to make. You can see these, right? Barber Kevin made an okay gesture. So he used a comb to gesture on your head for 12 minutes. He immediately began to act. Chief? No wonder he's the chief chef. The movements were quite swift. Just half an hour. Your hairstyle looks brand new. The previous greasy feeling is completely gone. A sunny young man finished paying at the front desk. She had already walked out of the barber shop with Kevin's farewell. Meanwhile, my friend came over to the food stall. Why hasn't Brother Wei arrived yet? It won't be standing us up. He just grabbed his bag and ran off. It was just a good deal. It was almost 7:30 a.m. This brat will definitely punish him a few more days when he arrives. And at this moment, suddenly, a wave of mockery came from outside. This street food stall is booming in business. Especially at night. It was truly hard to get a table to come by. When you post the location in the afternoon, he specifically set the time and place. Unexpectedly, the main person was actually late. Could something have happened? Just as he was pondering, the private room door was opened. He poked his head out and walked in. Sorry, everyone. In the afternoon, I tidied up the rented apartment. He was exhausted for a moment. Slept until after 6 o'clock. Damn, you finally showed up. The flowers waiting for you have already withered. They chatted briefly. Just call the waiter to start serving the food. A colleague spoke up. I just ordered casually. First, if there's anything you want to eat, just call them in directly. No need to save on me. Today is a purpose. Eat and drink well. Brother is atmospheric. Today I'm making my brother spend a lot of money. Yang Wei turned to look at you and asked. He planned to leave tomorrow. Not leaving for now, planning to stay a few more days. After all these years, I haven't really seen this international metropolis. Take a good look around these 2 days. Yang Wei nodded. It was time to take a good break. But this time we don't know if we'll have another chance to meet in the future. You grin, of course there will be. And it won't be too long. At the same time, you're still thinking about it. I wonder when we'll meet again. Would the guys be shocked to see their own changes? Thinking of this, the smile on your lips grew even cuter. Soon all the dishes were served. Garlic prawns. Buddha jumps over the wall. Free-range chicken wrapped in roasted squab. Steamed hairy crab. 3 flavors of crayfish. There are also 6 dishes of raw pickled seafood. Mouse looked at him in surprise and said, this table costs about 1 or 2,000. Brother, your days. But Yang Wei, standing nearby, was also quite surprised. Everyone knows you're usually a very frugal person. Every penny was as if it were 2 cents. Why are you being so extravagant today? And yet they don't know. Now, you're making money every moment. Even if you haven't finished eating this 1 or 2,000 yuan of rice, you can double your earnings. You looked at everyone and said with a smile, is this a morning fire offender? Why does this have to be more grand? Don't worry about money today. Let's focus on happiness. Hearing this, Mouse and the others came over with wide grins. He always listened to his brother. I won't say anything too sentimental. If you ever need me in the future, everyone can call me anytime. Alright, let's dig in. The words just fell. Everyone started fighting. In the Mouse's left hand holds an elephant, a pigeon in his right hand. It was as if he hadn't eaten in 8 lifetimes. What a wolf down. I spent more than 2 hours tidying up in my rented apartment all afternoon. At this moment they were starving. After 3 rounds of wine, the dishes are more than 5 flavors. This meal lasted a full 2 hours. During this time you added 2 more servings of crayfish and garlic prawns. A total of 2,000 yuan was spent. But during these 2 hours, you earned a full 7,200 yuan. The time reached 9:30. You said, it's not too early. That's all for today. Della walked out of the food stall. The Mouse came close to you. He muttered quietly, brother, do you want to come with us to help with poverty alleviation? You wave your hand irritably. Go play aside. The little money you earn every month goes to poverty alleviation. I'm not going. A trace of disappointment flashed in Mouse's eyes. Alright then, brother Viagra will head out first. After taking them away, Yang Wei turned and asked, let me take you back. No need Viagra, you should go home and rest early. I can just go back by myself. That's fine. I'm leaving. She didn't say much. After all, 2 grown men aren't dating each other. Besides, they didn't live in the same direction. Raise it a little, let's go, let's go. He had only taken a few steps. He suddenly spoke. Viagra, if you encounter difficulties in the future, remember to call me. Yang Wei smiled but said nothing. He just turned his back and waved his hand. Just as I entered the parking lot, Yang Wei saw a yellow SUV parked diagonally across from his car. Even for those unfamiliar with cars, at a glance you can see his nobility and luxury. Compared to other vehicles parked nearby, is completely different. Moreover, Yang Wei had some knowledge about cars. He could tell at a glance. This is Aston Martin's DBS 707. A top-tier SUV priced at 4 to 5 million. He circled the Aston Martin twice. He glanced around and saw no one was there. Yang Wei took out his phone and leaned against the front of the car. I took a few photos of myself. Then the man sat back in his car to admire it. Nodded with satisfaction. Just as he was about to start the vehicle and leave, he saw a familiar figure appear in his field of vision. She was a bit puzzled, or Yang Wei was just about to roll down the window and call out to you. I saw you pull out a car key from your pocket. As you pressed the car key, the Aston Martin's headlights instantly lit up. The impotent man's movement to open the window froze instantly. The man's pupils contracted. His face was full of disbelief. I saw you open the car door and get in, and drove out of the underground parking lot. Only then did he finally react. That Aston Martin costing over 4 million yuan, really is. Yang Wei raised his hand and gave himself a scolding. Only then did he snap out of his shock. Good kid, I didn't expect you to hide so well. We've been working together for 3 years. That's when I found out you were a rich second-generation kid. Now, Yang Wei already sees you as a rich second-generation heir out to be trained. Think about your sudden resignation. Everything became more reasonable. What does it mean to go home? It's just that her family thinks she's been toughened. It's about time to go back and take over the family business. Just thinking about being at the entrance of the street stall. The words you said to him. Yang Wei excitedly tapped the steering wheel. So you're the only connection I have in the wealthy circle. The sun was high in the sky, sunlight streaming in through the floor-to-ceiling windows. The water spilled onto Su Chen's face. Feeling the warmth on her face, Su Chen groggily opened his eyes. Seeing the bright sun shining outside the window, he lazily stretched. One slept until he woke up naturally, which was just comfortable. He sat on the bed for a while longer. Only then did Su Chen reluctantly get out of bed. Su Chen had originally wanted to lie down a bit longer. I can't resist the occasional hunger in my stomach. Rinse it briefly, so I got ready to change clothes and go out to eat. After all, the refrigerator at home is always empty. And he didn't know how to cook himself. Looks like a professional nanny is needed. As for cleaning, Su Chen had heard Chen Mengyan mention it before. His house is equipped with a professional cleaning team. As long as there is a need, you can come to clean at any time. Thinking of this, Su Chen immediately pictured Chen Mengyan's slender, fruit-like figure. To be honest, Su Chen had absolutely no feelings for Chen Mengyan. That's impossible. After all, she was a normal man. Who doesn't like beautiful women? Especially someone like Chen Mengyan. You have to have a good figure. It is necessary to have good looks. Just the blatant hint Chen Mengyan had made earlier. Su Chen couldn't understand. Never eaten pork. Haven't you seen a pig run yet? As long as Su Chen dared to speak today, I believe Chen Mengyan will climb into his bed that night. But in the end, Su Chen suppressed the restlessness in his heart. Regarding this aspect, Su Chen was both excited and scared. After all, Su Chen is already 23. And he's a pure-hearted virgin. Sai let out a slight sigh. Su Chen stopped thinking about it. Let it be. Looking at the few street stall items left in the walk-in closet. A bitter smile flashed across Su Chen's face as well. The longest of these stayed with him for more than 4 years. That is, when you first arrive in Shanghai you buy it online. Even the newest piece of clothing was bought a year ago. I found a relatively fresh outfit to put on. He stood in front of the mirror and looked again. Not bad. Su Chen is the type who endures the look. Not particularly cool. Only ordinary people get a bit higher. System host. Su Chen is a beginner god of wealth. 2020 is worth 1 million in wealth. 90,086 yuan with withdrawal. Su Chen took a look. System experience gained by 20202000. It was news from last night's dinner. As for the 20 yuan, that's the parking fee paid. His wealth also accumulated to 90,000 yuan in just 1 day. Including his own savings, he barely had a little over 200,000 yuan. Then a thought arose. The 90,000 yuan in the system is withdrawn directly. The next second, the phone rang, and the payment notification rang. He glanced casually. He put his phone in his pocket. He grabbed the keys and left the room. Platinum Building is located near Seaview No. 1. Not all of them belong to the Lujiazui business district, so Su Chen didn't go to Gucci, Hermes and these luxury stores. For these luxury brands, Su Chen wasn't interested at all. Definitely a waste of money. After casually strolling around the first floor, find a men's clothing specialty store that looks pretty good. Vanio Pacelli. Su Chen glanced at her but didn't recognize her. Then he swaggered right in. The shop still looks quite large. There were 6 sales assistants in total. But there were only a few customers, including Su Chen. There were only 3 of them. A few sales assistants at the front desk glanced at Suchun. One of the older sales assistants said, "Xiao Li, you've only been working for 2 days. Young man, go greet him and practice your skills." Xiao Li was also taken aback when he heard this. Keep in mind, she had been working here for almost a week. Usually, there aren't many customers in the shop. Basically, the others had divided the spoils and named it Xiaolin. You just came to work. Many people don't understand. What if you offend a customer? Unexpectedly, today the sun rises in the west. The manager proactively arranged for him to serve customers. Despite his thoughts, Xiao Li said excitedly, "All right, store manager." With that, he quickly walked toward Sucheng. After Xiao Li left, a sales assistant asked in confusion, "Manager, why did you have Xiao Li handle the reception?" The female manager smiled and said, "How? Do you think any young person can afford it? Look at what she's wearing, it's all street stall goods. Altogether, it only costs at most 200 or 300 yuan. There was a pause. He continued, "You pay close attention to see if you can." The young man had no decorations on him. "My hair is rather messy. Her skin is also a bit dark. But the figure looks quite good. This indicates that this person's work tends toward outdoor labor. I guess most likely for food delivery or construction sites." After hearing the female manager's analysis, everyone looked as if they were just as they were. Meanwhile, on the other side, Suchen had just seen a few nice polo shirts. He spotted a young sales assistant. He hurriedly ran toward him. "Hello, sir. Welcome to B. I'm Xiao Li, the sales assistant. Glad to serve you." There was a hint of unease in her voice as she spoke. Seeing this, Suchun smiled faintly. "Hello. These clothes look pretty good. I managed to match them all. Can I try them on?" Suchun pointed to a few pieces of clothing he thought looked pretty good and said. Xiao Li was also surprised by Suchen's words. "How is there a problem?" Suchen raised his eyebrows slightly as he spoke. Hearing Suchen's words, Xiao Li quickly waved the back of his hand. "No problem. Sir, please take a moment. I'll match it for you right away." After Xiao Li measured the numbers for Suchun with a tape, he circled around Suchun once more. Only then did they start selecting and equipping them. The speed is still very fast. He didn't keep Suchun waiting long. Several sets of well-matched clothes and shoes were placed in front of Suchun. "Sir, what do you think? Are there any colors you dislike?" Suchen glanced over. "They're all pretty good." Nodded with satisfaction. Seeing Suchen's satisfied expression, Xiao Li raised his hand to signal toward the nearby fitting room. "Sir, this is our fitting room. You can try it." "Yes." Suchen grabbed a set and walked straight into the fitting room. As the saying goes, clothes make the man, and saddle makes the horse. When Suchen finished changing, after coming out of the fitting room, "I was shocked by my reflection in the mirror." If you say before entering the fitting room, Suchen's looks score 80 out of 10. Now it's at least 85 points, if you tidy up your messy hair as well. And he looks much cooler. Suchen stood in front of the mirror, looking left and right. Nodded with satisfaction. Xiao Li, I won't try on the other few outfits." Hearing this, a hint of amusement flashed in Xiao Li's eyes, but he still said with a smile, "Okay, sir." After saying that, he prepared to take back the other sets of clothes and shoes. Suchun, standing nearby, was also stunned when he saw this. "And what I mean is to take all these outfits." Suchen's words were meant to Xiao Li. It was simply like heavenly music. He cried out excitedly. It instantly caught the attention of many people. Xiao Li knew he was too excited. After apologizing to Suchun, he then hurried toward the front desk with his clothes in hand. When the female store manager learned that Suchun had bought 6 sets of clothes, he was completely stunned. Are today's rich kids all popular for playing dumb to outsmart others? These outfits cost Suchun a total of 120,000 yuan. That adds up to about 20,000 yuan per set of clothes and shoes. Suchun looked at the dozen or so tote bags, feeling a bit troubled. It seemed she had noticed Suchen's troubles. Xiao Li leaned in and said to Suchun, "Sir, we can help deliver it to your home." "Yes." After leaving her phone number and address, Suchun, he strode away wearing his newly bought clothes. Xiao Li was holding a piece of paper. He stared blankly at Suchen's departing figure. "Xiao Li, why are you still standing there foolishly? Hurry up and send these clothes over." The female manager frowned slightly. They thought Xiao Li had achieved results. So happy that he couldn't even recover from it. Xiao Li turned his head at those words. "Manager, don't you think rich people are always low-key?" The manager looked at Xiao Li with some surprise. Waiting for him to continue, that handsome guy dressed plainly earlier. "Stay at Seaview number 1, worth over 100 million yuan. After saying that, Kobayashi carefully put the paper into his pocket. The manager, a bit confused after seeing his face, had a hint of amusement flicker in his eyes. After leaving the men's clothing store, A trace of pain flashed across Su Chen's face. The Shikoku Gold Center is truly different. A brand he had never even heard of. BC cost me 120,000 yuan just for 6 sets of clothes. If you go to those famous luxury brands, you'll end up spending even more. But then again, these polo shirts cost several thousand yuan each. It really is better than clothes costing just a few dozen yuan. After a small sigh, Su Chen then charged straight upstairs. His stomach was already growling with hunger. I found a Sichuan restaurant with decent business. I casually ordered 2 signature dishes. Twice cooked pork and yusyang shredded pork. Honestly, the cooking skills at this Sichuan restaurant are truly impressive. Especially the fish-flavored shredded pork. They used authentic Sichuan stir-frying methods. There were only pickled chili, ginger, garlic and sweet and sour sauce. They didn't add anything like shredded carrot or vermicelli. 2 dishes and Su Chen finished a full 4 bowls of rice. The waiter couldn't help but glance at Su Chen a few more times. First checkout. Wow, 258. If this had happened before, that was enough for Su Chen to live for a week. When leaving the Sichuan restaurant, through the glass, Su Chen saw his own thick hair. He stopped and smoothed his hand over it. I checked on my phone. I discovered that on the 3rd floor of the International Finance Center, there is a famous hairstylist named Kyle. Just as he walked in, a young female greeter quickly came forward to greet him. Hello, sir. Are you here for styling or for a shampoo and massage? Styling. Su Chen swept his gaze around. I found that ear hair's business was actually quite good. There were basically no empty seats. Sir, I don't know what price range you want to make. We have 588,888 here. 1288 and 1888 are priced similarly. He also introduced the differences in various price ranges with the reception staff. Su Chen pondered for a moment before speaking. Then let's go with the 1888 one. Sir, let's wash our hair and give it a massage first. Su Chen was like a robot. Under the arrangement of the female hostess, I lay down on the shampoo bed. At first, Su Chen thought it would be a simple hair wash. Unexpectedly, the shampoo girl started massaging Su Chen as soon as she arrived. And it's not just a simple head massage. Instead, he massaged everything from his legs to his hands and even his head. Interestingly, the shampoo girls here are all very young. He looked about 23 or 24 years old. Every figure was curvy and curvy. You could say they're all at the level of beauties. She was dressed very lightly. Every now and then, Su Chen would get bumped into by the shampoo girl with a ball. It made Su Chen feel a bit embarrassed. But seeing the faint smile on the shampoo girl's face, it seems like they're all used to it. Su Chen understood as well. Maybe that's part of the service. Took about an hour to wash. Su Chen finally met his teacher Tony. He looked to be in his 30s, wearing a full vest. Su Chen's first impression was professionalism. Hello. I'm a high's chief handsome guy who opens the door. What kind of look do you want to create? Su Chen pondered for a moment before speaking. Design it according to my face shape. After all, in Su Chen's memory, besides the buzz cut, that is, Xiao Sui, Kevin held a comb and gestured on Su Chen's head for 12 minutes. Only then did I decide what style to create. After explaining to Su Chen, he immediately began to act. The chief, truly worthy of being the chief. The movements are quite swift. Su Chen watched as his reflection in the mirror gradually began to change. About half an hour long. Su Chen realized that he had completely changed. If it used to look a bit greasy, now he has directly transformed into a cheerful and sunny young man. Sir, are you satisfied? He opened the door and asked confidently. Su Chen looked at himself in the mirror. He nodded in satisfaction. Not bad. The chief truly deserves the title of chief. This craftsmanship is really nice. Seeing Su Chen looking satisfied, Kevin's eyes flashed as he smiled as he spoke. Do you live nearby, sir? Yes, it's nearby. Su Chen tidied his hair. He replied casually. Hearing this, Kevin became much more enthusiastic. He knew people who could live in the Lujiazui Commercial Center. They are either rich or expensive. If you're satisfied with my skills, sir, why not get a card with us? Su Chen was stunned when he got the card. This is like hitting a snake and going with the stick. Next time. Think for a moment. Su Chen politely declined. Hearing this, Kevin pulled a finely crafted business card out of his jacket pocket. He extended both hands towards Su Chen. This is my business card. Next time, just come to me directly. Su Chen took the card and glanced at it. He casually put it in his pocket. After the front desk pays the bill, Su Chen left higher with Kyoen's farewell. After leaving Kyer, Su Chen had no intention of continuing to explore. He took the elevator straight down to the garage. Sit in the car. Su Chen lit a cigarette for himself. Swallowing clouds and spitting fog. I reflected on today's gains in my heart. I spent 120,000 yuan on clothes. Spent over 200 on food. Took 1888 to create a look. In just half a day he spent over 100,000 yuan. This was something he never dared to dream of. Is this the life of a rich man? The arrival of the system. Su Chun, who was used to frugality, still hadn't adapted to this sudden change. But after today's consumption, this made Su Chun understand a truth. Having money is seriously awesome. At this moment, Su Chun grew even more confident. The light in his eyes grew even brighter. Well, I know you delivered it directly to your home. I'll be right back. Su Chun had just driven out of the International Finance Center. Then he received a call from Chen Mengyan. She said the clothes she bought had already been delivered. Su Chun, who had originally planned to stroll around the bund, had no choice but to head home. When Su Chun returned home, he saw Chen Mengyan squatting in front of the door, playing on her phone. Next to her was a car. The delicate cart was filled with tote bags. Chen Mengyan looked very impressive today, wearing gold-rimmed glasses, a white shirt paired with a pencil skirt, black calf socks. She was full of youthful energy. Young Master Su. Chen Mengyan quickly stood up. His way of standing up was quite impressive. It also showed Su Chun what a dynamic light wave was. That swaying fairness. Suddenly, a classic old song popped into my mind. Mountain after mountain, river after peak. Keep you waiting, Su Chun said as he opened the door. No, I also just arrived. Chen Mengyan looked at Su Chun, who seemed to have changed into a different appearance. His eyes both lit up. Compared to before, Su Chun looked like this today. Simply a world of difference. No wonder Chen Mengyan kept her eyes on Su Chun. Su Chun glanced at the dozen or so handbags on the cart. He walked straight up and picked up 7 or 8 of them. Chen Mengyan, standing nearby, saw this. He hurriedly grabbed the remaining handbags. After neatly arranging the clothes she bought, Su Chun recalled the matter involving the nanny. Mengyan, when it comes to nannies, you have resources but don't have nannies. Chen Mengyan was momentarily stunned, but he quickly came back to his senses. Yes, Su Xiao. We have special partnerships with domestic service companies. I wonder what you expect from a nanny. Find an aunt in her 40s. Be a bit nimble and quick. Most importantly, their character is trustworthy. As the saying goes, you can know a person's face but not their heart. Su Shin definitely didn't want to invite a traitor into his home. No problem. At the latest, the day after tomorrow will be found. This matter is not very urgent. Just keep an eye on it. Also, I need to return to the mountain city in the next couple of days. He might have to stay there for a month or 2. Remember to regularly arrange for housekeeping to clean up. Su Chun said this and lay down on the sofa. Hearing that Su Chun was going back to the mountain city, and they would stay for a month or 2, Chen Mengyan bit her lip. He asked tentatively, Young Master Su, do you need me to go with you? Su Chang said as if possessed. I went home to visit my parents. Why are you coming with me? Could it be that they want to see my parents? I heard that. Chen Mengyan's face instantly flushed bright red. He couldn't even speak smoothly. Okay, I'm kidding you. You go down first. If anything comes up, I'll call you. Su Chun also knew his words were a bit ambiguous. He hurriedly sent Chen Mengyan away. Okay, Su Xiao. Chen Mengyan bowed slightly. He ran away. I also dreamed. Later, it became even more lonely. There is nothing we can leave behind. Listening to the music coming from the car's audio system, Su Chun would occasionally hum along with the song. At this moment, Su Chun was driving on the Julin Expressway from Magic City to Fog City. Originally, Su Chun had planned to fly back. This is convenient and not troublesome. But if he drives back by himself, it was a bit of a struggle. Takes a full 17 hours of driving. Another example is his own Aston Martin. It was so eye-catching. If you really drive it back, it's inevitable that their own relatives might have other ideas. But later, Su Chun figured it out.
富贵不还家，犹如锦衣夜行.
Over time, you'll only become richer and richer. At that time, the house will definitely undergo extraordinary changes. It's better to lose than to gamble. It would be better to deal with some unstable factors from the very beginning. In this era of advanced networks, Su Chun has seen quite a few melodramatic incidents online. Which families suddenly became prosperous? All kinds of relatives. It was as if they swarmed in, as if they smelled it. What do you mean, my family is short on money for repairs? Excuses like my son is studying but not money are everywhere. Of course, all of this was just Su Chen's own speculation. In his memory, his relatives were still very nice. It's inevitable that there will be a rotten apple of the rat. There are people who ruin a pot of soup. Foggy capital Fuzhou. Fuzhou may not be very familiar to most people. But when it comes to Wujiangjiatsai, I believe many people know where it is. Su Chen's hometown is just below Fuzhou, in a small city. Su Chun set out at 7 in the morning. Along the way, I rested for another 3 hours at the service area. When Su Chun exited the Fuzhou Expressway, it was already 3 in the morning. Binjiang Road. Su Chun looked exhausted. Looking at those towering skyscrapers. A trace of surprise flashed in his eyes. The changes in my hometown are so significant. You have to know, when Su Chun went out to work, Fuzhou is still a poor area. Most of the city consists of old-style buildings. There aren't many upscale communities. How come it's only been a little over 4 years? It was as if the scene had changed. Jinka Grand Hotel. Looking at the magnificent Golden Gate. Without thinking, Su Chun drove the car right in. Maybe it was because of the early morning. There was hardly anyone at the gate. After Su Chun parked the car, he strode inside. She wasn't sure if the hotel staff were professional or Su Chun. Coincidentally, there was a young girl at the front desk with her head down, playing on her phone. "Hello, beauty," Su Chun suddenly spoke up. This startled the young girl. His whole body trembled a few times. Even the phone he was holding dropped on the table in fright. See this scene. Su Chun scratched his head, a little embarrassed. He couldn't help but think to himself, is this girl watching some action movie so obsessed? He came in through the front door without hearing a sound. The receptionist also snapped out of it. Looking at Su Chun, who was lying on the front desk, the girl also let out a long sigh of relief. "I'm sorry, I just scared you, and nothing." "Sir, are you booking a room?" The receptionist girl still seemed to have recovered from the earlier shock. His speech was still a bit awkward, and didn't have the intense focus he had while driving. Right now, Su Chun just wanted to lie down and get a good sleep. "Sir, the only room we have left now is an executive single room. The price is 888. You see." Su Chun heard this. He directly pulled out his ID card and threw it in front of the girl. He then took out his phone and scanned the QR code for 2,000 yuan. "Trouble, hurry up. I just want to sleep now." "All right." Su Chun held the room card. Led by the receptionist, he went straight to the 15th floor. As soon as he entered, Su Chun hadn't even showered. He took off his shoes and lay straight down on the bed. A moment of effort. Su Chun's snoring echoed through the room. Su Chun had just stepped out of the elevator. Then he heard someone calling him. Su Chun looked toward the voice. He saw a slender man dressed in hotel uniforms. She strode toward him. "Who are you?" Looking at the man walking up to her, Su Chun furrowed his brows slightly. In her memory, she seemed not to recognize him. But this imposing man could call out his own name. He must know him. The imposing man seemed to notice the confusion in Su Chun's eyes as well. And there was no detour. Old classmates hadn't seen each other for a few years and already didn't know each other. "I'm Liu. Su Chun's voice involuntarily grew louder. No wonder Su Chun was so surprised. Liu was her high school classmate. Their relationship is actually quite good. But in Su Chun's memory, Rio is a rib man. He didn't have much flesh on his body. He was a completely different person from the burly man before him. My family used to be poor." So Su Chun naturally understood what he meant. He raised his right hand and gently tapped his chest. "Things are going well now. They've all become managers. Nor is he a high-ranking official. Just an ordinary lobby manager." "Su Chun, when did you come back?" "Arrived in Fuzhou at 3 a.m. yesterday. Didn't he sleep through to now?" As soon as Su Chun finished speaking, my stomach started growling at an inappropriate moment. Liu patted her own head. "I'm sorry. Delaying your meal. Let's go to the self-service area. I have 3 spots every month so I can eat as much as I want." Look at the warm hospitality. Su Chun didn't refuse either. Even though his suite included a lunch buffet at noon, Su Chun took a few drops of his favorite food. He casually found an empty table and sat down. Liu also sat down across from him. "Ever since you went to Shanghai, so I cut off contact with everyone. How have these past few years been? How about messing around with Jebu?" After swallowing the chicken leg, Su Chun asked in return. "Tell me about yourself. Share your growth skill experience." Hearing this, Liu was clearly much more excited. He then began sharing his experiences from the past few years. Just like Su Chun did back then. He also failed to get into university. After graduation, he found an apprentice at the largest restaurant. He worked for 2 years. Liu was also incredibly lucky. With his diligent performance, the manager quickly noticed it. Later, the 4-star Jinka Grand Hotel appeared. The manager immediately switched jobs with his team. Liu also successfully boarded this express train. That manager also became a senior manager at the hotel. It seemed to be to temper Liu. Let him start as a doorman. And Liu didn't give up on herself. Instead, he seized this opportunity. In just 2 years, he rose from doorman to lobby manager. After listening to Liu's account, Su Chun couldn't help but sigh. People still need opportunities. No promotion from benefactors. Ordinary people find it hard to stand out. Su Chun ate for a full hour of this meal. Most of the time, I listened to Liu analyze the affairs of his high school classmates. Which female classmate got married and had children? Which male classmate was tricked into a pyramid scheme? So-and-so made another mistake. Go in and step on the sewing machine. That classmate is a hidden rich second-generation heir. Now, how can it be so developed? What luxury car is he driving? After the meal, Su-chun also got a general understanding of the current situation of those classmates. Su-chun checked the time. It was already 2 in the afternoon, and it was getting late. I'll leave first. All right. After completing the checkout procedures, Su-chun walked out of the hotel accompanied by Li Yu. As soon as I stepped out of the hotel, I felt a wave of hot wind blowing through. Su-chun felt a wave of heat burning through his body. A stove truly worthy of being a furnace. It's only July, and it's already this hot. Do you want me to arrange a ride to take you home? Li Yu said. No need. I drove back. Hearing this, Li Yu was also a bit surprised. He glanced at Su-chun, but he didn't ask much more. He just nodded silently. Seeing Su-chun walk toward the parking lot, Li Yu didn't turn around and go inside. He was also curious about what Su-chun's car looked like. Soon, a yellow SUV stopped in front of him. The car window rolled down, and that familiar face appeared in Ryo's sight. Old classmate, I'm leaving now. Get in touch when you're free. With that, Su-chun stepped on the gas and drove off, leaving Li Yu already shocked, standing where she was. He started out as a doorman. He knew cars inside out. He still understood his old classmate. Carve out a space of his own in the Magic City. At this moment, Su-chun was humming a tune with a bit of pride. After all, he had sniffed slightly in front of his old classmates. That feeling is honestly insanely awesome. He finally understood why the protagonists in the novel had become wealthy. They all loved to show off at various occasions and slap people in the face. It was on for 45 minutes. Su-chun suddenly remembered something. It seems his parents bought a house in Fuzhou 2 years ago. I wonder if they actually moved in. Park the car by the roadside. Su-chun took out his phone and called his mom. The blue eagle soars in the sky. I gazed from Gaogang, listening to the ringtone coming from the phone. Su-chun's mouth twitched involuntarily. The phone rang for about 7 or 8 seconds. Only then was the call answered for his son. On the other end of the line came Su's mother, Chun Shufan. At the same time, other voices were mixed in. If you have 3 characters and 5 bamboo, you win. Mom, you're playing mahjong again. Well, isn't this the holiday? Playing mahjong with a few neighbors in the community. Is there something wrong with you? It's fine, I'm hanging up. Su-chun was also somewhat speechless upon hearing this. Working with his mother in the university cafeteria. A bona fide cafeteria chef. No other hobbies. He just loves playing mahjong. It's not that love is simply about wanting to play mahjong. Perhaps this is a hobby etched in the bones of Sichuan and Chongqing people. Su-chun didn't hesitate either. He started right away. I'm back in Fuzhou. Son, you're back. Chun Shufan's voice rose several notches. So I'm on Binjiang Road now. I called just to ask where the house you bought is. Right on Binjiang Road. Shanghai's rivers and seas are a river and mountains. Su-chun was also stunned. Isn't this community not far from Jinka Hotel? Besides, I had just been driving past as well. Turns out she's been there for the 2nd time and hasn't even entered the house. Got it, Mom. I'll be there soon. After saying that, he hung up the phone directly. On the other end of the line, Chun Shufan glanced at the disconnected number. Feeling a bit excited, he said to his 3 card friends, let's skip playing mahjong for now. My son is back. Shufan, your precious son has finally come back. Looks like they've made a lot of money. I've always heard you say it. How can your son be so outstanding? Let's go check it out together later. Your son is 24 this year. Let's all go check it out. I can also keep an eye out for you when the time comes. Is there a suitable daughter-in-law? They say middle-aged women never mind making a big difference. The 3 of them had always listened to Chan Sukvan's praise. His ears were almost calloused from hearing it. Actually, the 3 of them have privately complained about it too. If Su-chun really is outstanding, how come you can't even get into university? This time, having finally caught them, how could they let them go? Chun Shufan's expression turned somewhat unpleasant upon hearing this. Don't be fooled by the 3 of them speaking nicely. He just wanted to see Chun Shufan make a fool of himself. How could family members not know their own affairs? At this moment, Chun Shufan also wanted to slap herself a bit. Why do you love to brag? You can't really blame Chun Shufan for this. After all, who doesn't want their child to be seen as good by others? What's wrong? Is it inconvenient for Shufan? If it's inconvenient, forget it. One of them pretended to regret and said. Chun Shufan heard this. Somehow his mind just stiffened. Convenient? How could it be inconvenient? Will you still need a few of you as the introducers for ants then? Chun Shufan gave a definite answer. The other 3 all wore smug smiles on their faces. Immediately, the 4 of them walked out of the tea house. Kabuto stood by the roadside holding a sunshade. Shufin, your son drove back. It should be. Chun Shufin said uncertainly. This is the hottest time of day. There were basically no vehicles driving in the opposite lane on the road. A yellow SUV slowly drove over from afar. Do you think that car actually belongs to Shufin's son? How could the license plate just happen to be from Shanghai? Just look at the car's design and you can tell it's worth a lot. How could Shufin's son possibly afford such a luxury car? Chun Shufin pretended not to hear. He craned his head, gazing into the distance. He wanted to find out where Su Chun was. Hey wait, why is this car turning around and heading toward us? Everyone turned their gaze to the yellow SUV. Soon, the car stopped in front of the group. One window rolled down. Chun Shufin's familiar face appeared in their sights. Mani, why are you standing here? With such blazing sun you don't mind the heat. Who are these people? Suchin. He saw a few people standing next to his mom. He asked in confusion. Chun Shufin never expected this. The driver really was Su Chun Shufin. This is your son. The three standing nearby. At this moment his mouth was wide open. Chun Shufin smiled with some pride. Xiaochen. This is you Chen Yi Li Yi Yang Yi. Hello Chen Yi Li Yi and Yang Ying. After greeting the group, Su Chun turned to Chun Shufin and said, Mom, you should get in the car quickly. It was unbearably hot outside. Upon hearing this, Chun Shufin immediately opened the car door and got in. As soon as he got in the car, he started to look around at the interior decorations. Why is this chair so comfortable to sit on? It's just like a massage. The three standing outside were either left or stayed. Chun Shufin also noticed something unusual about the three. He said with a hint of pride, You three come up quickly. You've probably never ridden in this luxury car before. Let Xiao Chun take us for a walk later. The three of them changed their expressions upon hearing this. Forget it, let's not go. Your son just came back. I won't bother you. Love is fine too. See you later. After saying this, Chun Shufin rolled down the car window, watching the car drive into the residential complex. Chun Yi spat at the car. I don't even know if this car was rented. What's so good? You just didn't see how proud Chun Shufin looked just now. It was like 2.58 million. Anyone who didn't know better might think his son was some kind of company boss. It might just be a driver who drives for someone else. Although the three looked jealous, but a trace of envy flashed in their eyes. Meanwhile, Su Chun was driving. Under Chun Shufin's guidance, I drove into a temporary parking spot in the garage. After parking the car, Chun Shufin looked at Su Chun nervously and asked, Xiao Chun, be honest with Mom. What's the situation with your car? Is it rented? This car is so luxurious. Cost a lot of money. Why are you so troublesome, kid? Why waste all this money? Su Chun listened to her mom's endless questions, curled his lips. He took a notebook from the armrest box and handed it to Chun Shufin. Chun Shufin glanced at Su Chun in surprise. He reached out to take the notebook and opened it. Chun Shufin's mouth dropped open in surprise. He said in disbelief, Xiao Chun, this car is yours. Isn't that your son's name written on it? Is this Aston Martin car expensive? Chun Shufin asked, frowning slightly. Not expensive, bought in full. Su Chun didn't notice the change in her mother's expression. He quickly walked into the elevator. As soon as he got home, Su Chun hadn't even warmed up his seat yet. He saw Su's mother. Chun Shufin walked up to her holding a stick. He looked at her with a serious expression. What's wrong? Mom, you're a bit scary like this. Su Chen's body burned up on the sofa. Xiao Chun, I just checked on my phone. Your car is worth over 3 million. That's over 3 million. Your dad and I worked so hard all our lives and never earned a single drop. You can earn millions in just a few years. Ask if you've done anything illegal or undisciplined. As she spoke, Chun Shufin couldn't help but start crying. Hearing Su's mother's words, Su Chun didn't know whether to cry or laugh. When I came back, Su Chun was ready to be questioned by his family. I just didn't expect it to come so quickly. Mom, don't cry yet. I haven't done anything illegal. I earned all this money myself, absolutely clean and clean. As for the reason, Su Chun had already thought it through when he came back. He said he made money trading stocks with a big brother from Shanghai. As for why such a solution was invented, Su Chun was forced to do it too. Currently, this is the only reasonable reason. Even the subsequent statements, Su Chun had already made up his mind. You really earned it. He didn't do anything illegal or unruly. Chun Shufin was also somewhat skeptical. Really, all this money was made by me trading stocks with a big shot in Shanghai. Definitely a legitimate source. Mom, don't worry. Stock trading, why would people randomly take you into stock trading? That was a bit of a long talk, Su Chun said with a pretended sigh. He slapped his stick beside Su Chun. Su Chun shivered in fear. It's a bit long, so just take your time and say it. Although Chun Sukfern's fierce demeanor looks quite scary, But Su-chin knew this was a mother's way of showing her son's care. No one wants their children to go down the path of breaking the rules. Actually, it's not very long. Back when I was a security guard in Shanghai, unexpectedly they found a missing child. And the stock market tycoon who helped me, he was the father of this child. Hearing Su-chen's explanation, Chun Shufan stared at Su-chun for a while longer. Only then did he put down the stick in his hand. Xiaochen, being helpful is a good thing, but do not use kindness to repay it. You made quite a bit of money thanks to him. This drives the trend of quitting while asleep. Chun Shufan said earnestly. Su-chun was also a bit surprised upon hearing this. In Su-chen's mind, Su's mother had always been a typical rural woman. Her eyes only care about family matters. How did your horizons suddenly become so high? Seeing Su-chen's stunned expression, Chun Shufan snorted heavily. Su-chun, snapping back to reality, hurriedly said, Mom, don't worry. I had already withdrawn all my investments before I came back. Hi, so how much money do you have now? Hearing this, Su-chunrin is a mom too. Only then did I remember being in Sichuan and Chongqing. Women are the true world of the family. At the same time, they are also the ones in charge of the money bags. Not much either. There are still over 260,000 left. Su-chin also felt a bit regretful. If I'd known, I wouldn't have withdrawn the earnings from these 2 days at noon. Chun Shufan opened her large hand. Transfer me 200,000 and keep it here. I'll use it for you when the time comes. Keep the other 60,000 plus for yourself. Su-chin originally wanted to resist a little. Seeing Su's mother pick up the stick again, he efficiently transferred the 200,000 yuan over. Chun Shufan saw the notification on her phone's text message. A satisfied smile instantly lit up his face. Good son. What do you want to eat tonight? Mom makes it for you. I want braised pork and sweet and sour pork ribs. As for the rest, you can do as you see fit. Regarding Mom's cooking skills, Su-chin had been thinking about it for a long time. Yes, I'm gonna buy groceries right now. Chun Shufan grabbed a basket and walked out the door. When he just came back, Sumu then introduced him to the layout of the community. There's a large supermarket right downstairs. Grocery shopping and shopping are very convenient. Su-chun saw Chun Shufan leave. He also lay down on the sofa. System host Su-chun, beginner god of wealth 325,000 to 1 million. Wealth of 14,806 yuan. Seeing that experience points reaching as high as 320,000. Su-chun suddenly stood up from the sofa. Could it be that the 200,000 yuan transferred to Mom just now is included in the count? If that's the case. Before Su-chun could finish speaking, he then heard the system buying a machine in his mind. D detected a system vulnerability and began patching. Complete the reward host vulnerability gift pack. Although the system has been partially fixed, the bug gift pack is still being fixed. But you can still receive system rewards. As a small compensation, the system opens the gift package. Open the vulnerability gift pack. Congratulations, host, on obtaining 51% of Longting Technology's shares. Longting Technology was just as Su-chun was still a bit puzzled. Information about Longting Technology immediately surfaced in his mind. After Su-chun finished digesting this information, he burst out laughing. Longting Technology is a technology company dedicated to cybersecurity services. The company was founded by a group of world-class high-efficiency computer enthusiasts. It has been established for 6 years now. It has now become a leader in the industry. There are more than a dozen world-class enterprises cooperating with the company. Currently, the company's market value is estimated at $500 million. If listed, the value of the company will soar. The only pity, this company is located in the heart of Silicon Valley. It is worth mentioning. Investment received in the early days of the company's establishment. All come from a mysterious foundation, and the shares Su-chun acquired were owned by this foundation. According to the system, he reasonably converted this share into Su-chen's. It can withstand all kinds of inspections. He took out the share certificates from the system warehouse and examined them. Unfortunately, Su-chen didn't recognize a single word. Everything above is in English. After a quick browsing, it was restored to the system warehouse. As for this company, Su-chen had no intention of getting involved in the business. After all, he knew nothing about running the business. It's better to quietly wait for the year-end dividends. Today is a good day. Anything you want can come true. Su-chun leisurely lay on the sofa and began to sing. At that moment, Chun Shufan, who had gone out to buy groceries, also returned carrying several large bags. Su-chun, who had been showing off, instantly fell silent. He immediately pretended to be asleep. Chun Shufan glanced at Su-chun lying on the sofa. He called out, "If you want to sleep, go sleep in your own room." Hearing this, Su-chun sat up straight from the sofa. It seemed she hadn't even properly looked at this new home yet. "Mom, which room am I from?" Chun Shufan poked her head out from the kitchen, toward a room with a closed door. This effort has been made to slave Luojo. That room is often cleaned up. There was a quilt in the cabinet. He walked to the door, opening it with a bit of excitement. The room isn't very big. It's about 10 square meters. The room was simply decorated. There was only a 2-meter bed. A single wardrobe made Su-chun feel a sense of warmth. In the evening, smelling the aroma coming from the kitchen, Su-chun felt like he was about to drool. "Mom, when will Dad come back? I'm so hungry my heart is pounding." Su-chun leaned against the kitchen door and asked. "Should be soon. At this usual time we should be home." No sooner had he finished speaking than he heard the door open. At the same time, a deep, weary voice rang out. "Wife, what day is it today? Why did they even make braised pork? Normally, even if I wanted to eat, he wouldn't make it for me, Dad." Su-chun looked toward the door. A burly middle-aged man was hunched over, changing his shoes. Su Jiyun, who was changing shoes, paused for a moment. He quickly looked up in search of the sound. Su Chang was leaning against the kitchen door, watching him. A flash of excitement crossed Su Jiyun's eyes, but instantly his face darkened. "Didn't you say you wouldn't come back? Why are you back? Hee. Isn't this just missing you and Mom?" Looking at Su Chen's cheeky grin, Su Jiyun silently nodded. "Xiao Chun, don't just stand there. Anyone who didn't know better might think it was a door god. Hurry up and serve the dishes. Old man, you should wash up too. Ready to eat." Chun Shufan's loud voice came from the kitchen. Alright, the dinner was truly abundant. Besides the braised pork and sweet and sour ribs that Su Chen ordered, there was also twice-cooked pork, tomato and pork rib soup, and 2 vegetarian dishes. 1 cold dish, 8 dishes. Such a dinner is quite plentiful. When eating, Chun Shufan also recounted Su Chen's situation. Su Jiyun just gave a hum, indicating that he understood. As for the others, he didn't say much. After dinner, Chun Shufan began tidying up the table. Meanwhile, Su Chen and Su Jiyun were both leisurely lying on the sofa. "Feeling the fullness in your stomach. Go out for a walk, and enjoy some leisure time," Su Jiyun suddenly said. Su Chun looked at Su's father in surprise. You have to know, Su's father was a quiet and reserved person. In his memory, never before has it gone through like this. It was warm even when staying at home. It was a good chance to go out and see what Fuzhou's night view was like. Immediately, the father and son got up and walked toward the door. Passing by the kitchen, Chun Shufan glanced over. The two of them turned and continued tidying up the kitchen. Hai Jiangshan is located at the confluence of the Wu River and the Yangtze River. If it's daytime, you can see the distinct landscape at the confluence of the 2 rivers. Like a mandarin duck pot on fire. It looks especially good. Leaving the neighborhood, I slowly walked along the riverside scenic corridor. Seeing that Su Jiyun remained silent, Su Chen didn't say anything either. "Come on." Su Jiyun took out a box of dragon and phoenix and handed it over. After Su Chen took one, first after lighting it for Su Jiyun, only then did he light the cigarette in his mouth. A cigarette after a meal is better than a living immortal. Although the dragon phoenix is very cheap, but the momentum was quite strong. It is deeply loved by many. "How long do you plan to stay this time? Will they go to the Magic City?" "A month." After Grandma's birthday banquet was over, she would stay a few more days before leaving. Su Chang did not hide anything. He directly stated his plan. "Young people still need to go out and see the world. Dad, there wasn't much explanation. I just hope you walk the right path and make clean money." After Su Jiyun finished speaking, he gave him a heavy pat on the shoulder. "Don't worry." Su Chen thought again about the birthday banquet. He said quickly, "Dad, let me arrange Grandma's birthday banquet this time. When the time comes, we'll book a big hotel." Her face was definitely lively. Originally, I thought Su Jiyun would look quite pleased. But what he saw was Su's father's shaking mind. Forget about the big hotel. He held a banquet in his hometown. Banquet with flowing water? Isn't there something left unsaid? Su Jiyun interrupted her. "Xiaochen, your starting point is good. It's just that you haven't considered some other factors." Su Jiyun threw the cigarette holder in his hand onto the ground. He stomped on it with his foot. He kicked it into a nearby drainage ditch. Now, with the development of the city, there are many young people in rural areas. Some middle-aged people have even gone out to work. The rest were mostly the elderly, weak, sick, and disabled. You said if we held a birthday banquet in the city, what about those people? Come to the city by yourself? Not to mention the unfamiliar place. He also spent extra money. Although the money isn't much, some elderly people even don't pay for the bus. What if something bad happened? Su Chen didn't interrupt. He knew Su's father hadn't finished his sentence. Su's father pulled another cigarette out of his pocket, igniting it on its own. After exhaling for a while, Tun Yun continued. Don't look down on the rural banquets. There's a lot to learn about this. This banquet can't be held too well. But it can't be too bad. The amount must be much larger. Any leftover food is packed up by the villagers to take away. People will also praise you for being good. Su-chun seemed to understand and nodded. But I understand you just mentioned the banquet issue. You don't know if that's right. A rare smile appeared on Su Jiyun's face. Tell me about it. After organizing his words in his mind, Su-chun finally spoke. The guests at the banquet were not from the village. They are relatives from my family. They basically know our family's situation. If the banquet is too poor, we'll make our Su family scoop around. People will gradually distance themselves from us. On the other hand, if it's done too well, they would think our family was successful. Someone will start targeting our family. Things like borrowing money also happen. When Su-chun finished speaking, Su Jiyun gave him a thumbs up. That's right. I believe you've been exploring the world these past few years. I've also seen quite a few melodramatic things, so I hope you will think twice before doing anything in the future. Keep it as low-key as possible. But if someone offends you, if you can crush them with your strength, you need to strike hard. Don't give others hope that I can resist. Being low-key doesn't mean being afraid of trouble. It's that he doesn't want to cause trouble. I listened to your mother. You came back in a luxury car, Su Jiyun said nonchalantly, but that hand in his pocket. But he clenched his fist in excitement. Ah, right, the Aston Martin DBS 707. Su Jiyun reached out his right hand and silently looked at him. Su-chun couldn't process it for a moment. He looked at his hand, then at Su's father's key. Su-chun quickly took out the keys and handed them to Su Jiyun. And after Su Jiyun took the keys, he immediately turned and walked toward the garage, leaving Su-chun alone by the roadside, enjoying the river breeze. Dad, wait for me. Su-chun, snapping back to reality, hurried after her. At night, Binjiang Road was hot and muggy. Besides the crowds strolling through Xiaoyang, there's also a yellow scenic line. I went back and forth on Binjiang Road many times. Didn't Xiao Chun say he was going to buy a car today? Why are you still sleeping? Early in the morning, Su-chun was pulled out of bed by Su Jiyun. Half asleep, Su-chun rubbed his eyes. He picked up the phone beside the pillow and took a look. 7:45 a.m. Big. It wasn't even 8 o'clock yet. Why are you in such a hurry? For dealerships don't run away. After saying that, he collapsed onto the bed again. No rush. How could I not be anxious? I've been thinking about it for days. Do you know how I got through these 4 days? A few days ago, which was the day Su-chun and Su Jiyun went out for a walk, she unexpectedly discovered that her father was actually quite capable. Not only does he have a keen eye on social interactions, in terms of driving skills, he's an experienced driver. In Su-chen's memory, Su Jiyun didn't seem to have driven much. Otherwise, the family would have bought a car long ago. He thought his dad was some hidden big shot. After some subtle probing, he realized it was Su-chun. I think too much. Su Jiyun is just an ordinary person. All his driving skills were learned at the factory. As for driver's licenses, they were all proctored in the early years. Now they've all switched to 10-year terms. After all, getting a driver's license was quite simple back then. With a little effort, you can get a driver's license. What shocked Su-chun the most was, Su Jiyun is actually the second big shot. Previously, Su-chun only knew that Su Jiyun worked at the factory. But what exactly is it done? He had never understood it. It was also that night. Only then did Su-chun realize how hard things were for his father. From the driver of an opening car, he has now become the full-time driver of the top leader in the factory. Took Su's father more than 10 years of time. At that moment, Su-chun realized how little she knew about her parents. At the entrance of Hai Jiangshan community, Su-chun squatted on the curb. He even yawned from time to time. Dad, I'm not saying you've been waiting for days to come over. Why can't I just sleep in a little longer? Su Jiyun glanced at him. He said irritably, once the car is sold, sleep however you want. No one cares about you. As for why he didn't drive Su-chen's Aston Martin out, in the words of Su's father and mother, it was too flashy. For this, Chun Shufan even went out of her way to buy a car cover. He sealed it directly. Wait until Su Chang returns to Magic City to open it. There are still plenty of taxis in the morning. After waiting a short while, the two hailed down an empty car. Fuzhou has developed rapidly in recent years. Many 4S dealerships have sprung up like mushrooms after rain. Of course, these are just ordinary 4S dealerships. The most representative BBA. Only the Mercedes-Benz 4S dealership is located right in front of the Volkswagen 4S dealership. Think it through, really buy Volkswagen. Su Jiyun heard this. His previously excited expression instantly froze. Hey, don't think that just because you drive a broken Aston Martin, you can look down on Volkswagen. Seeing this, Su-chun immediately closed his eyes. It seems Dad has a special fondness for the masses. But think about it. As a German car, it still has a very high audience. Su Chen and the others seemed to arrive a bit early. The sales staff at the 4S dealership happened to be in the middle of a morning meeting. But when he saw Su Chen and the other person walk into the 4S dealership, all the salespeople looked at him with shining eyes. Customers who came to see the car so early. They must be deliberately interested in buying a car. If you can't even see this bit, there's no need to be a salesperson anymore. The manager glanced at the eager crowd. He then said, "Who is the one?" Just as she finished speaking, a female saleswoman stepped out from the crowd. "I am the manager." "Then why are you still standing there? Hurry up and go greet the client," the manager said irritably. The saleswoman couldn't help but complain inwardly. "Damn it. If you don't speak up, who would dare to answer?" A smile on his face. Heartfelt MMP. "All right." The manager finished speaking with the salesperson. He quickly walked toward Su Chen and the other person. "Hello, gentlemen. I am Chun Xiaobai, a salesperson at the Volkswagen 4S dealership. Just call me Xiaobai." Chun Xiaobai greeted warmly. "Chun Xiaobai." Hear the name. Su Chen's eyes flickered slightly. His gaze fell on the saleswoman. Seeing that familiar face, a smile appeared at the corner of Su Chen's mouth. "Turns out this Zhou city is pretty small. Oh, isn't this our P-class representative? Tomboy, how did you become so ladylike now?" Su Chen teased with a hint of cheekiness. Chun Xiaobai was stunned when he heard this. He looked at Su Chen, who was speaking. After about 3 or 4 seconds, a startled cry rang out. "I knocked on Su Chen's door. When did you come back from Shanghai, you sable fur?" For a moment, all eyes in the 4S dealership were focused on the few people. Seeing this, Chun Xiaobai quickly pulled the two of them toward the lounge area. Su Jiyun, standing nearby, also noticed. His own son and this Chun Xiaobai. It should have been a high school classmate. Just as he sat down, the staff brought out 2 cups of floral tea. It was placed in front of Su Chen and Su Jiyun. "Diao Su Chen, when will you come back?" Chun Xiaobai was about to call Su Chen minkfur. Seeing Su Jiyun standing nearby, he quickly changed his tune. "It's been almost a week since he came back. This is my dad's challenger. Can you get out of the car today?" It was up to him to make a decision. Chun Xiaobai understood upon hearing this. This was Su Chen hinting at him. Today's protagonist is his father, not himself. He quickly greeted respectfully. "Hello, Uncle Su." Su Jiyun nodded in response. "Uncle Su doesn't know which car you like. Let me introduce you to you." Su Jiyun glanced at Su Chen, who was sitting beside him. Seeing that he had no intention of moving, he nodded immediately. "Xiaobai, then I'll trouble you." Chun Xiaobai then led Su Jiyun toward the exhibition area. After watching the two for a while, Su Chen leaned back in his chair and started playing on his phone. He waited for almost half an hour. Su Chen saw Su Jiyun walking toward him with a big smile on his face. "What about Xiaobai?" Su Chen looked around. Chun Xiaobai was nowhere to be seen. "I asked him to apply for discounts and benefits. So quickly I decided which car to choose." Upon hearing this, Su Cheng immediately sat up straight. "Including the Volkswagen Tiguan. It's about 200,000 yuan. For the Tiguan, Su Chen had heard of it too. It sells quite well. Okay. Anyway, you're the one driving. As long as you like it, that's enough." Soon, Chun Xiaobai returned carrying a black folder. "Uncle Su, take a look at this price. I went through a lot of effort to get this applied." As Chun Xiaobai spoke, he handed over a piece of paper. Su Chen took it and glanced at the car price. Plus purchase tax and other fees. Exactly 858,000. "What do you think?" Su Jiyun, standing nearby, had already moved closer to Su Chen. "Well, this price is acceptable." Su Jiyun nodded in satisfaction. This car itself is a high-end configuration. The price is just over 180,000 yuan. Plus purchase tax and other fees. The total price has already exceeded 200,000 yuan. It was 20,000 yuan less in an instant. It's already pretty good. Alright, just swipe the card. As Su Chen spoke, he took out his bank card. Seeing Su Chen's actions, Chun Xiaobai was also a bit surprised. He never expected it would be Su Chen paying. Although he was surprised. But Chun Xiaobai still quickly took the bank card. After completing the procedures, Su Jiyun then held a handover ceremony with Chun Xiaobai. Outside the Volkswagen 4S dealership. "Old classmate, I didn't expect that. It's only been a few years since they met, and they've already struck it rich." Chun Xiaobai circled around Su Chen, sizing him up. "If only I could get rich. All my savings over the years have been spent with you." Su Chen forced a bitter smile and said. After exchanging a few more pleasantries, Su Chen opened the car door and got in. "Keep in touch whenever you have time." "Sure. The 3 biggest jokes in the world are always in touch whenever you have time. Next time I'll treat you to dinner. I'll definitely pay it back tomorrow." "It's unreasonable. This is truly unfair." Su Chun looked at the freshly cooked instant noodles on the table and was full of anger. As soon as he got home, Su's father discussed it with Su's mother. Take a spontaneous trip. She claimed she had never traveled in all these years of marriage. I want to see the scenery outside. Spend time alone together. And so, the two of them left Su Chun behind. A day and a half of free couples began. Pass through the world of two. Su Chun was stunned when he heard this. So it turns out I've been struggling away from home these past few years. You two living at home isn't just a couple of people. I'm an eyesore at home. Thump. Thud. Su Chun was just about to speak. Then he heard a knock at the door. He quickly got up and walked toward the main door. Click, the door opened. He saw a young and beautiful girl. Dressed in a JK outfit, she stood at the doorway. Her eyes were sharp as she looked at him. Hello. May I ask who you are looking for? Brother. That word brother made Su Chun dazed. Do I really have such a beautiful sister? Seeing Su Chun still looking confused, the young woman spoke again. Brother, I'm Su Chingya. Chingya, you are Chingya. Su Chun couldn't even describe it as surprise now. Only by using shock can one act. Su Chingya is the only daughter of her third uncle, Su Jishin. But in Su Chen's memory, Su Chingya was just a gaunt woman. She also loves to get pimples on her face, and he's a bookworm little potato cub. Compared to the lively, sunny, and adorable girl in front of him, it's as if they're not alone. Alright, could it really be that a woman has changed 18 times in her years? What's wrong? It's been years since we last met. Are you still not allowed to make me prettier? By the way, bro, can you let me in? Su Chingya said, hands on her hips and pouting. Su Chun scratched his head awkwardly. Move the door aside to let him in. Su Chingya snorted lightly. He walked in, his long legs over a meter long. How do you know I'm back? Su Chun lay on the sofa. He looked at Chingya sitting nearby and asked, Brother Hung, you've done a great job keeping the secret. If I hadn't called uncle, I want to consult you about something. None of us knew you were returning to Fuzhou. Hearing this, Su Chun couldn't help but smile awkwardly. I only got back a few days. You said you wanted to ask me something. What do you want to ask? Su Chun quickly changed the subject. Didn't I just get into Shanghai University? I just wanted to ask what was going on in Modu. After all, you've been there for so many years. Wait, what kind of university did you get into in Shanghai? What's wrong? Su Chingya looked at Su Chun with some confusion. I couldn't understand why he was so surprised. Su Chun sat up straight. He sized up Su Chingya for a long time. He spoke slowly. It doesn't make sense. Even someone as smart as me didn't get into college. You look so silly. How did he get in? And it's still the University of Shanghai. Bro, you're the fool. Upon hearing this, Su Chingya rolled her eyes twice at Su Chun. How come I didn't know our Su family had a top university graduate? Such a big thing. Why hasn't anyone told me? I told you what you're in Magic City. Could it be that he came all the way back just to celebrate? Perhaps many people think that getting into college isn't something you can do just by having hands. But the reality is quite the opposite. Take Mist City as an example. Except for a few areas of the main city. Fuzhou, the economic leader of districts and counties. It was just a newly escaped poverty district label. Not to mention other districts and counties. The economy is the foundation that determines everything. Just the one who graduated from Sioux City. Indeed, quite a few get into university. But 99% of them are college diplomas. Those who can get into undergraduate programs are extremely rare. There are simply no students admitted to top universities. Many people don't go to college to study for a vocational college. Are all joining the wave of migrant workers. That's why people work along the coast. The largest number of people belong to the southwest region. No way. Well, we're poor here. If someone were wealthy, who would want to leave far away? Bro, tell me, isn't the cost of living in Shanghai really high? Su Chun glanced at Su Chingya in surprise. How could you ask that question? Su Chingya lowered her head, speaking a bit nervously. I think I want to wait until after Grandma's birthday banquet. So I followed you to the devil and found a part-time job in advance. Earn some living expenses. Su Chun was stunned, looking at Su Chingya's tense face. Su Chun reached out and patted her head, but couldn't tell. Our little Chingya is pretty sensible. If you want your brother to help you, it's not impossible. But I have one condition. Big brother, I knew you were the best. You say. I agreed to all the conditions. Su Chingya excitedly leaned close to Su Chun. She grabbed Su Chen's arm and acted coquettishly. It also made Su Chun feel the occasional touches on his arm. He quietly withdrew his hand. Your brother still hasn't eaten. You must arrange a big meal. No problem. I have over 600 in my private stash. It's absolutely no problem to treat you to a meal. Su Chingya said confidently. Alright, let's go with the Chaos Han beef shop downstairs. A mischievous smile instantly appeared at the corner of Su Chen's mouth. At this moment, Su Qingya still didn't know what she was about to face. It was exactly lunchtime. Business here for Chaos Han Beef is quite good. The hall was basically full. He found a spot near the corner and sat down. The waiter handed the menu directly to Su Chen. "Sir, please take a look at what dishes you would like to order." Su Chen didn't hesitate. Holding the menu, they just started ordering randomly. Hearing this, Su Qingya felt her heart tremble. "Qingya, take a look at what you want to eat." Su Chen handed the menu to Su Qingya. Seeing this, Su Qingya waved her hands repeatedly. "I don't need to order anymore. It's enough to eat." "Alright, if it's not enough, I'll add more." The waiter quickly left with the menu. The food was served very quickly. Less than 5 minutes. There were 8 or 9 plates of beef on the table. Each part is still unique. Su Chen, whose stomach was already growling from hunger, pick up the plate and add the meat to the pot. Served with a special dipping sauce. Su Chen ate with great joy. Even Su Qingya cast aside her previous frustration. Ate it in a big gulp. He muttered to himself from time to time. "This beef is just too delicious." Soon, all the beef on the table was cleared by the two of them. They were all patting their rounded bellies. He wore a satisfied expression. "Bro, this feast is pretty good, right?" It really is quite good. I feel very comfortable eating here." Although Su Chen initially intended to set her up, but the beef at this shop is actually quite good. The waiter pays the bill. "Hello. You spent a total of 875. Is it cash or card?" "What, 875? Just as Su Qingya was about to take out her phone to pay, she was instantly stunned. "It seems like I don't have enough money to pay." Su Chen, standing nearby, saw Su Qingya's embarrassed expression. He burst out laughing. "Bro." Su Qingya's eyes were a little red. Seeing this, Su Chen knew it was pretty much the same. He immediately took out his phone and paid. After leaving Chaos Han Beef, Su Qingya pouted. He finally understood his big brother. He just wanted to see him make a fool of himself. Did we learn anything from today's events? Su Chen's sudden words made Su Qingya shudder all over. She lifted her beautiful eyes to look at Su Chen walking ahead. After pondering for a long time, he finally spoke. "Honey trap." Su Chen paused for a moment upon hearing this. "From now on, remember to be extra cautious when you go out." "Got it, bro." Finally, this torment spirit was sent away. Su Chen looked at Su Qingya as she got into the taxi. A look of relief appeared on his face. "Since the last time I ate Chaos Han Beef." Su Qingya waved the banner of learning from Su Chen. "I moved straight into his place." He stayed there for half a month. Regarding Su Qingya's arrival, Su's parents had no objections whatsoever. On the contrary, he was especially happy. After all, she was the only girl in the Su family. She was loved by her whole family since childhood. The Su family consists of 3 brothers in total. Besides the eldest son, Su Jiun and Su Jixin, and the second son, Su Jiqi, and only one child named Su Yan. True to his name, he was exceptionally robust. He is currently still serving in the military. He was only 1 year younger than Su Chen. Su Chen lit a cigarette for himself. Her mind was filled with memories of the past half-month of misery. Every day at 5 in the morning, Su Qingya would pull him up to run, and elegantly named it, strengthening the body. The key was that he received strong support from Su's parents, and enjoyed the right to perform songs. As long as Su Chen doesn't get up, he was about to be beaten up by Su Qingya's fists, the kind that can't even be fought back, not to mention early morning runs. He also had to go grocery shopping, prepare lunch and dinner. In Su Qingya's words, "Bro, as a foggy city boy, if you can't cook, you won't be able to find a wife. Oh, and also do housework." And so, Su Chen took on all the household chores, getting up in the morning to run, then buy groceries and come back to cook. In the afternoon, I cleaned and made dinner. After getting ready, they had to go to the night shift. This kind of life lasted for a full half-month. Speaking of it, it's all bitter tears. As soon as he got home, Su Chen then switched to the long-lost Tongzi brother system. Host, Su Chen. Entry-level God of Wealth 510,000 versus 1 million. Wealth 1, 422,400 yuan. I saw the wealth section. Su Chen's mouth was almost stretching to his ears. After thinking it over, Su Chen decided not to withdraw the more than 1 million. After Grandma's birthday banquet was finished, he was about to start upgrading the system. What rewards are available after system upgrades? Su Chen was full of anticipation. When will the roads in my old home be repaired? I remember it used to be all bad roads. Besides large trucks, only motorcycles can be driven. Why is it all now cement roads? I see many roads built right up to the doorstep. Su Chen was driving the Tiguan he had bought before, driving slowly along the road back to my hometown in the countryside. It was just fixed a couple of years ago. Now the policies are better. Every household can be used to drive cars directly to their homes. Chun Shufan said from the side. Su Chen's hometown is a small village in the lower part of Fuzhou. The distance is about 30 kilometers. Took almost an hour to arrive. The countryside here in Foggy City. Unlike the south or north, the neighbors' houses were all built side by side. Because Mist City is surrounded by mountains, there are fewer flat areas. So when people build houses, are relatively flat places. This means the neighbors next door are all quite far apart. And Su Chen's family was in a mountain hollow. The terrain is relatively flat. 4 or 5 families were next to each other. Everyone tacitly built a large courtyard, forming a mouth-shaped shape. In the middle is a dam nearly 500 square meters. Isn't this the eldest son of the Su family? How to drive back? Oh my, still Volkswagen. This car probably costs over 100,000. Hey, did you see that handsome guy driving? He looked like Su Chun, who hadn't been back in years. Looks like they're making money outside. Look at that kid, he's all 5 and 6. I don't even know what he's doing outside. Shameful deeds. Master Hailey. I think you're just envious of him. This is even the first car in our compound. TCH, what's there to envy? My grandson said. I'll be driving back this year too. Definitely better than this so-called crappy Volkswagen. Everyone couldn't help but smile. What is the situation at home? Everyone knows it in their hearts. They all complained in their hearts. Your precious grandson won't come to you for help. Even if it's good, I still buy a car. The head car is just talking, but it's all about making a fuss. Everyone got up and headed toward the Su family. After all, as the first car in the compound, it was quite a rare opportunity. Su Chen hadn't gotten out of the car yet. He saw 4 or 5 elderly women in their 60s and 70s gathered around. The eldest of the Su family has really made it big. They all bought the car. Cost a lot of money. As she spoke, Aunt Lee even tapped the car a few times with her hand. No one knows if it was intentional or unintentional. The car door thumped loudly. Oh, Aunt Lee, be gentle with your hands. What if I break the car? Su Jiun looked heartbroken. He touched the spot where Aunt Lee had just tapped. Seeing Su Jiun like this, a hint of amusement flashed in Di Shen's eyes. The old lady only touched her a few times with her hand. Look at your heart. Boss Su, this car must have cost quite a bit. An aunt nearby asked. Aunt Chun didn't spend much money on the mortgage either. Down payment of 80,000. Sigh, now I have to pay nearly 3,000 every month. Su Jiun said with a pretended sigh. Down payment of 80,000. Hear this number. Everyone gasped in shock. Keep in mind, their families couldn't save 80,000 yuan in a whole year. Seeing this, Su Jiun knew the heat was just right. Then he sighed again. This is all thanks to my precious son working hard outside for several years. I saved some money. Watch me work hard all day to buy a commuter car. Otherwise, even after years of hard work, I, Su Jiun, still couldn't afford a car tire. When returning to the city, Su Jixin repeatedly explained the situation regarding the car. He knew that after coming back, there would definitely be some ridiculous incidents. It was completely cut off at the source. The aunties heard this. He then turned his gaze to Su Chun. They all began to praise him. I told you Su Chun has a bright future. He even knows to buy a car for his dad. What a filial piety. Yes, if only my grandson were that capable. The Su family has produced talents in this generation. Su Chun was praised by them all at once. He also felt his face flutter with heat. He greeted everyone and then went inside. Rural houses are basically 2 stories high. Su Chen's family was no exception. Passing through the main hall, they arrived at the kitchen. As soon as you walk in, you see 2 elderly people with graying hair. He was chopping vegetables and burning the fire. The 2 of them were busy with their grandparents. Hearing Su Chen's call, they all looked up. When he saw Su Chen's face clearly, Grandma immediately put down the knife in her hand and exclaimed, Oh my good grandson is back. Let Grandma see if she's gained weight. Grandma held Su Chen's hand and looked him up and down. His face was full of joy. Is back. Grandpa had come over at some point. His originally strong physique had also thinned quite a bit. Su Chun still remembered when he went out to work. Grandpa was also full of muscle and muscle. Even his abs still have 6 patches. He also knew that by then he was already in his 60s. Now, there is a lot less shank meat. All of them have loose skin. Is back. Su Chun slightly raised his head. He didn't let the tears fall from his eyes. Bro, I guess you're right here. My uncle told me to let you leave. It's getting late. Let you go downstairs to greet those young people. Su Chun, who had just dozed off for a while, heard a voice in his ear. He opened his eyes helplessly, looking at Su Qingya smiling cheerfully in front of him. Su Chun wanted to punch him. These past 2 days had exhausted Su Chun to the point of exhaustion. Basically, they haven't rested properly. Running up and down non-stop. Not driving to buy things. Just go there to pick it up. Personally, I am fortunate. Birthday banquets are all arranged for the whole party. No need for the host to buy vegetables or wine. Otherwise, Su Chen's legs would have been exhausted. I really have to hand it to you, you sly scumbag. Su Chen, as the eldest grandson of the Su family, he must take on the important responsibility of hosting relatives. As soon as I went downstairs, I saw the whole courtyard bustling with activity. The table was set up early. Early matchmaking groups would each find friends they knew to play mahjong. If it had been a few years ago, it would have been the villagers helping out with odd jobs. Unlike now, where everything is sold out, don't worry about anything. Don't wait until Su Chen can truly enjoy this lively scene. A strong hand slapped Su Chen's shoulder. Su Chen, when did you get back, kid? Su Chen turned to look. One was only about 170 centimeters tall. A well-rounded middle-aged man. She was grinning at him. Oh, when did second uncle arrive? How come I didn't see you smoking for free just now? Su Chen quickly pulled out a pack of cigarettes from his pocket and handed it over. Second uncle was amused by Su Cheng's words. After taking the cigarette, he laughed and cursed. You still haven't seen me. I've been here for a long time. I spun around several times but still couldn't see you. Later, when I asked your dad, I found out you were sleeping upstairs. Isn't this just the past couple of days? Didn't rest well and took a short break. Then go ahead and take care of hosting the relatives. I'll talk to you later. Xing. Su Chen greeted him. He walked into the crowd. Relatives I know would go over and offer a few cigarettes. A simple and subtle touch. Let them find seats to sit down. But even more of them were relatives Su Chen didn't know. This is quite awkward. I don't even know how to smoke. He could only go along with the conversation. Some even immediately reveal their identity. It's been a long time since I've seen Su Chen. I still remember when I was just this big as a child. They were all talking and gesturing, showing Su Chen's mischievous childhood. He revisited the moment. I've been through a lot. Su Chen's skin grew thicker too. When he saw an older person, he would come up and be chatting with Lao Bei. Oh wow, I'm really exhausted. If I knew it would be this tiring. Back then, I absolutely refused my dad's proposal. Near noon, Su Cheng finally had some free time. Hosting birthday banquets in rural areas is very simple. Originally, several elders in the family. He was also thinking of finding a band or something to sing a song. Happy and happy. In the end, it was Grandpa who spoke up. No need to waste money on this. Su's father and the others argued for a long time. In the end, he still lost to the old man. No need for formalities. Just Su Jiun stepping up as a representative to say a few words was enough. Welcome, dear friends and family. Relatives and close relatives took time out of their busy schedules to attend. I looked at Su Jiun, who was standing not far away speaking song lyrics. Su Chen felt a mix of emotions in his heart for a moment. Maybe years from now I'll be standing in that position too, saying the same thing. So I finally got to eat. After waiting 2 rounds, Su Chen finally sat down at the dining table. Looking at the braised tiger skin on the table, I swallowed hard several times after the quick exam. This was her favorite who once studied and practiced with her. Especially the leather that was tied up. Once you take a bite, all that's left is satisfaction. Su Cheng saw that everyone was eating. He also picked up his chopsticks and reached out his wicked hand toward the arm lift. The moment the soft, chewy pork skin enters your mouth. Her mind was filled with childhood memories. Yes, that's right, this is the flavor, delicious. Su Chen had just snapped out of the recollection. Looking at the list in the middle of the dining table. Only 1 bone and some spoiled meat remained. Reaching as far as pigskin. Su Chen glanced at Su Qingya, who hadn't eaten yet. He was also a bit annoyed. Hosting such an important occasion. How could I still have time to savor it? What a failure. Despite his thoughts, Su Chen obediently joined the Longxi army. Rural banquets emphasize serving dishes quickly and eating quickly. Less than 10 minutes. Su Chen was already crouching on the nearby open ground, puffing on the clouds. Xiao Chen Su Chen looked toward the voice. She saw second uncle with a big belly. She strolled toward him at a leisurely pace. The tissue in his hand kept wiping away sweat. Second uncle, why don't you come inside and rest for a while? It's quite hot outside. Although a sunshade had been set up in the yard, but the weather was still quite hot. It's especially unfriendly to those with slightly rounder figures. Here, let me tell you something. I'm leaving now. Come on, second uncle, aren't you going to stay a little longer? If my uncle and the others can't come from out of town, that's one thing. Why are you about to leave right after eating? If you didn't know better, you'd think we didn't treat you well. Second uncle also laughed upon hearing this. You kid, and you're already fighting Gale with you. Hee. I just wanted to keep you here a little longer. Su Chen had originally planned to chat with second uncle in the afternoon. Who would have thought he was about to leave now? Second uncle patted Su Chen on the shoulder. After a pause, he continued. Are we going to Shanghai again this time? If nothing happens, just a few days passed. Didn't my sister get into Shanghai University? I want to get familiar with the environment early. Yes, if you have time, go visit your grandmother. She keeps nagging you. Definitely. I had originally planned to wait until Grandma's birthday banquet was over. So I went to visit my grandmother. After years apart, I still miss you so much. Second uncle nodded in satisfaction upon hearing this. Alright, when the time comes, you'll be there. Uncle will make you something delicious. That's fine. I want to eat river fish. Su-chan said with a slight smile at the corner of his mouth. Jiangyu is no problem. Second uncle hesitated for a moment, but he still nodded in agreement. Su-chan also knew that second uncle was feeling sorry for him. No way. Who told Jiangyu to be expensive? A jean costs 80 or 90 yuan. And it is still priceless. You can only make an appointment in advance with someone you know. The two exchanged a few more pleasantries. Second uncle hurriedly left. They said the company had called several times. He had to attend a meeting in the afternoon. Su-chen's mother has 3 older brothers. The eldest and third worked in the Suzhou and Hangzhou areas. I've been away from home for many years. He only returns every year during the new year. Only my second uncle and his family worked at a local factory and take care of the elderly at home. The combined monthly salary for the two of them was less than 8,000. Life seems pretty good. In reality, they could barely get by. Su-chen's second uncle's son. That is, his second brother had only been married for less than 2 years. The child was about 1 year old. It's time to spend money. Meanwhile, his second brother's job had just stabilized. Her monthly income was just enough to cover expenses. As for the mortgage part, it ended up falling on second uncle. Su-chen understood Saso thoroughly. All of this is thanks to his mother, Chun Shufan. Some time ago, Chun Shufan had been chatting with her about it. He even specifically asked Su-chen to help out more whenever possible. In the morning, the whole Su family in the main hall was eating breakfast. Xiaochen, when will you bring your wife back? Look, Consort Li in the courtyard is even a year younger than you. Everyone else is married. I heard the baby is already pregnant. While grandma is still trying hard to get me to hold a great-grandchild. Su-chan, who was eating tangyuan, paused in his movements. He forced a smile that looked worse than crying. Grandma, I'm only 24 years old this year. It was a great time to work hard. I want to wait 2 years before finding a wife. In 2 more years, in another 2 years, you'll be 26. By traditional age, he's already 27. Those who haven't married yet in episode 26 are all incompetent. Grandma definitely didn't want to listen to those gossiping women in the courtyard. Su Jiun, who had been eating quietly the whole time. It was rare for him to put down his chopsticks. He knew Su-chen had opportunities in the magic capital. Nor did he want the older generation to hold up his great-grandchild. Mom, you don't need to worry about Xiao-chen's situation. She has her own ideas. Grandma glanced at Su Jiun upon hearing this. He sighed softly. Grandma now doesn't even listen to what she speaks to. Everyone kept their heads down. Each of them was eating breakfast. They all acted as if they hadn't heard anything. Seeing this, Grandma could only give up. After breakfast, the families began packing up their own things, preparing to head home. After all, the birthday banquet was over. Everyone needs to return to a normal state of life. It's time to go to work. Those who need to carry bricks carry bricks. Each had their own business to attend to. Grandma, let's go. I'll come back to see you when I have time. Su Qingya hugged her grandmother's hand and said coquettishly, all right, the granddaughter is still considerate. Grandma isn't like some people who don't see her twice a year. Listening to those stingy words, Su-chen scratched his head a little embarrassed. Seeing Su-chen's embarrassing expression, Su Qingya even burst out laughing. Perhaps it was Su Qingya's laughter that infected her grandparents. There was not much sadness at parting. As the car slowly drove out of the courtyard, Su-chen could still see his grandparents standing in the courtyard through the rearview mirror. He silently watched them. How about we bring Grandpa and Grandma to the city? Su-chen turned to Su Jiun, who was driving. This is still in your words. I told your grandparents about this a long time ago. They disagreed. Even if they stay here for a while, they don't want to talk. Not used to city life. Or take care of the land in the countryside. Interesting. They spent their entire lives working the yellow earth and working tirelessly. They have already taken root in that land. Let them relax. That's impossible. If you have that heart, just go back often and check it out. Su-chen nodded in response. His hand rested on the car window, quietly gazing out the window. Xiao-chun, when do you plan to visit your grandmother's place? Chun Shufan, sitting in the back row, suddenly asked. Dad, look, either tomorrow or the day after. Right now I just want to go home and rest for a good day. Go tomorrow. I'll go wake up with you when the time comes. As a child, the happiest thing for her was visiting her grandmother's house. because at that time Su-chan and his family were poor. Her parents basically never buy her any snacks. What Su-chan looked forward to most at the time was visiting her grandmother's house for the new year. Not only do you get red envelopes, there are also plenty of snacks to eat. But every time the red envelope he received was always with his mother, Chun Shufan. They took it for various reasons. She even claimed it was for her to keep it safe. Wait until she grows a bit older before giving it to her. At the time, Su-chan naively believed it. Looking back now, he still felt a little sad inside. No way, Mom. How many things did you buy? The trunk was almost full. Looking at the various nutritional supplements in the trunk. A huge pile of canned fruit. Anyone who didn't know better would think they were robbing a supermarket. It's rare to go back and buy something. Why shouldn't it? Chun Shumin raised an eyebrow. He looked at Su-chan with some displeasure and said, seeing the murderous intent in his mother's eyes, Su-chan hurriedly begged for mercy. It should be, hate me, but this is just saving face for your Su family. If they were put together, Su-chan probably didn't understand what Chun Shufan meant by her words. But recently, after being taught by his own secretive father, Su-chan always lets his thoughts drift when thinking about things. The Chun family used to be fairly wealthy. Locally, they are quite strong. But then something happened. And the passing of my grandfather. The Chun family began to decline. As Chun Shufan, who married out of the city, how many gifts are brought back when returning to her parents' home? It reflects her current living situation. If only he could carry 1 or 2 boxes of fruit and scatter them. Anyone with eyes could see how hard life was. And now, not only driving back, and a trunk full of gifts. If those neighbors saw this, all they know is that Chun Shufan married well. The Su family's life was becoming prosperous. Alright, let's go. It's not too late. Chun Shufan's family home is about 30 kilometers from the city center. It's in the same direction as my old home in Sioux City. They were merely gazing at each other across the river. Baishi village is a small village by the Yangtze River. Chun Changjie was also Su Chen's second uncle. He was standing on a black awning boat, tugging at the boat owner. Old Wu, we're all old acquaintances now. That's your fault. Of the 2 big river fish you promised me, why is there only 1 left? Old Chen, I really have no choice. Old Wu said as he took out a cigarette and spread it to Chun Changjie. My wife's brother-in-law. Isn't this just a full-time job? He wanted to invite his boss to a simple meal. Let me build a river. Besides, the one I left for you isn't small either. It weighed a full 4 jin. It's definitely enough for you to eat. If it really doesn't work, I'll give you another perch. Chun Changjie glanced at the fish in the warehouse. He nodded helplessly. Okay, put it all on me. Old Wu chuckled foolishly. He did a simple weighing. He put both fish directly into an oxygen bag. Prepare 4 jin and 3 liang of fish. And brought 2.5 jin of lu. Just give 500 and you'll save money. This time it's my brother's fault. A flash of gold appeared in Chun Changjie's eyes upon hearing this. This price saves at least 200 yuan. He didn't hesitate either. He pulled out a stack of money from his pocket. There are quite a few in their 50s or 20s. He ordered 500 yuan and handed it to the boat owner, Old Wu. He greeted them. He then carried 2 bags of fish and got off the boat. Once they reached the highway, only then did Chun Changjie burst out laughing. Unexpectedly, today he got a bargain. It's really a lot of money. Second uncle. What made you laugh so happily? Chun Changjie was walking with full concentration. Suddenly, a voice sounded in his ear. He shuddered in fear. Only when he turned back did he realize that the person speaking earlier was Su Chun. Good kid, so it's you. I was startled just now. Where's your mom? She called and said she wanted to come back together. Why didn't I see anyone? Chun Changjie craned his neck and looked around. Except for a car parked not far away. Chun Shufan was nowhere to be seen in the roadside supermarket. Look, let's go to the car over there. Second uncle, let's take the bus home. Inside the car, Chun Changjie looked at the Volkswagen SUV. A trace of surprise flashed in his eyes, but he still took a step forward and followed.